Have you ever asked yourself, why isn't what I'm saying landing? Why don't people respond? If you are a mission based business owner, a trainer, a content creator, a healer, or a coach, this message is for you. I want you to know right away that struggles with messaging and attracting clients, well, that is not your fault. In fact, I've seen way too many talented, brilliant, conscious women, mission based business owners who really want to make a positive difference, who deserve to have their message out there, that when this happens, they start to think that, hey, I've tried everything, I've done the courses, I've hired the coaches, I've worked on my branding, so why isn't this working? And maybe it's not meant to be. They start to doubt themselves. Maybe there's something wrong with me. If this sounds even remotely familiar, please hear me. This is not a worthiness issue. Please do not get caught in an endless sea of finding wounds, because that will take you down a rabbit hole and it will not get you where you really want to go, because you are not broken. And I know this because I've been there myself. So do not give up, because your inspiration to create and grow a business that makes a positive difference in your corner of the world, well, that's with you for a powerful reason. So for me, even though I created my own business in 2003, and that was after 20 years in corporate leadership positions all the way to the C-level, I had to learn this the hard way too. So why is that? Well, being a mission-based entrepreneur is very different from working for someone else, and especially in a traditional business. So when you were in a job, a job, you probably never asked questions like, well, why isn't my business growing? Or why don't people see my value? Because you had a job description. You stepped into an established system. Maybe even, you had big teams around you and structures already in place. But when you are building your own soul-aligned business, you are pioneering something completely new. You are wearing many hats too. You're creating something from the ground up, and that's a whole new paradigm. So, if you've been wondering why your message isn't landing, it makes complete and total sense. It's not that you are doing something wrong. It's that you're learning how to align yourself and your message in a way that most people are never taught. There are 3 big reasons why your message may not be landing. And when you understand these, things can start to shift so you can create the positive impact that you really want to share. Let's look at reason number 1, energetic congruence. So your message carries your energy, which is why simply relying on AI or copying someone else's words doesn't work without your inner shifts. So if you've ever wondered, why isn't what I'm saying landing? Or why am I struggling so much with, choosing a niche or my messaging? Well, the words might sound fine on paper, but if you're following someone else's blueprint or using professional jargon or doubting yourself or pushing from fear instead of moving with alignment, then people can feel the disconnect. Even if it looks polished, the resonance isn't there for your ideal clients. It's about who you are being and how you are showing up. So, are you owning your brilliance, like really truly owning it? This can be a big stretch for a lot of spiritually conscious women, business owners especially, because we are so conditioned to downplay our gifts and our talents. It's part of our social blueprint and our conditioning. And this can feel subtle because it's so ingrained in women especially. But if you have ever struggled with being seen, or if you've shied away from the spotlight, or didn't want to be seen as being too much, or were self-critical about how you looked on camera, well, those are all signs that there's an energetic incongruence, that you are not really owning who you are. You're not owning your brilliance. And that requires the willingness to explore it, to see it, and to step fully into it. You are far more powerful than you are letting yourself see. Which leads us to reason number 2 for messaging that doesn't land. So let's look at that. It's all about aligned clarity. So clarity here isn't just about having a strong why. That is certainly part of it. It's also about expanding who you believe yourself to be, beyond the roles, beyond the labels, and beyond the conditioning that the world has given you. It means discovering your inner magic, your high leverage gifts, and what you truly value, and what you're really here to do at a soul level. When you have this level of clarity, you can weave it into your work as well as your messaging. When you don't have this, well, you probably will find yourself asking, why isn't my business growing in the way that I want it to? How come I have to work so hard? How do I attract clients as a coach or a healer? There's so much competition out there. And here's the thing, this doesn't have to take years to figure out, but it does require giving yourself the space to look more deeply. Because once you do, your message feels magnetic because it is carrying the truth of who you are. When you have this level of clarity about yourself, your purpose, and your ideal clients, you can actually speak with conviction and hold the space for real transformation to happen. So let's look at reason number 3, new paradigm skills. So being good at your craft is not the same as knowing how to communicate it in a soul-aligned business. So in traditional jobs and businesses, you have the structure, but in your own purpose-driven business, you are pioneering something new. That means learning new skills to express what you do in a way that is magnetic and emotionally resonant with your ideal clients. Now, this is where another struggle often comes in, especially if you've done a lot of your inner work and personal growth work. So you've probably transcended the pain points that your ideal clients are still facing. So you will naturally want to avoid going negative in your messaging and your marketing. And I have struggled with this one too. But here is something that my spirit council has shared with me. The pain point is not something that you are introducing. It's already there for them. It's simply the doorway that lets your ideal clients recognize themselves. By naming it with compassion, you're not amplifying the pain. You're acknowledging that it exists, and you're showing them that there is a solution. And here's the practical layer. Your audience is literally typing those pain point driven questions into YouTube and into Google. So when your title or content matches their search, their intent for finding a solution, the algorithm can actually bring them to you so you can help them. And once they're in your space, you can lift them into the higher perspective. That's sacred communication. And here's why this matters. When your message isn't landing, the ripple effects don't just impact your business. Yes, in your business, it will look like fewer clients or inconsistent income and feeling maybe even invisible online. In your vitality, though, it shows up as exhaustion and burnout from doing all the right things with little return. And in your confidence, it feels like second guessing yourself or doubting your gifts. And in your personal well-being, it can create that painful thought, maybe this isn't meant for me. But here's the truth. You are not failing. You are simply stepping into a new paradigm. And just by being willing to build a business that is aligned with your purpose and joy, you are already doing something courageous and extraordinary. So please take a deep breath and give yourself credit for stepping out into the unknown and for caring as much as you do. When you align your energy, when you gain deeper clarity, and when you embrace these new paradigm skills, everything can shift. Your message stops feeling heavy and it starts becoming magnetic. You're energizing it. It's becoming a source of inspiration and transformation. Your people recognize you instantly, and you don't have to chase. You can genuinely attract. And business becomes fulfilling and fun instead of draining. And if you'd like a head start, I have created a free 30-minute master class called Decode Your Soul Archetype, how to align your life with what you're really here to do. So you'll also get a link to my free soul archetype quiz. Because when you know the story that your soul came here to share, everything else becomes easier. You start to understand why it matters to you so much and to those you are here to serve. You can sign up for free at the link below, and I'll also share the link in the video description as well. So we covered 3 big reasons why your message isn't attracting your ideal clients and the soul-aligned way to change that. Number 1, energetic congruence is needed. Number 2, aligned clarity, and I like to call this owning your brilliance. And number 3, stepping into the skills that are needed to support this new paradigm. You are on the leading edge. So a lot of what you're trying to do is new and it hasn't been written yet. So please give yourself the space to find that level of clarity and ease and grace. And please remember that if your message isn't landing, this is not a reflection of your abilities or your worthiness. You are being called to learn how to communicate in a way that matches the truth of who you are and the new paradigms that you are here to lead, to usher in. And when you do, your business grows, yes, but even more importantly, you grow. You can joyfully evolve. You gain vitality and fulfillment and the confidence to stand fully in your purpose. And I'm cheering you on because the world needs what only you can share. Thanks for joining. And if you got something from this video, please like, share, and comment below. I'd love to hear what resonated with you. Bye for now.